I'm going to show you the 6 best Premiere Pro keyboard shortcuts you can't live without. So let's jump into Premiere Pro and let's see what they are. First of all, you want to know how to resize your timeline, and it's very easy. It's always gonna be the plus sign and the minus sign. So if you want to zoom in and zoom out of your timeline, you just press plus or minus, and that will take you in and out, and you can see how that works. If you want to increase the video track height, you press Command plus or Command minus if you want to decrease your video track height. And you do the same thing for the audio increase and decrease audio track height by using the option plus and minus. This is an important keyboard shortcut to know because that really will allow you to quickly manipulate your timeline and see exactly what you need to see. You want to zoom in, you want to zoom out, you don't want to waste time doing that. So, zoom in is plus and minus, the video timeline height is Command plus and minus, and the audio timeline height is Option plus and minus. That's on a Mac. If you have a PC, there are going to be different keywords. This is specifically for a Mac or laptop or anything like that. The second really good keyboard shortcut that you should get familiarized with is to press Option as you drag a clip, and you get an absolute duplicate. It just copies your clip. You don't have to go choose your clip, press cut, and then move it and press paste. You just drag your clip while you press Option, and you get that clip moved with its audio. So it's a really good keyboard shortcut to know. The third keyboard shortcut that I think you should use is pressing B. That is the Ripple Edit tool, and what that does is it shifts your entire timeline with everything before and after, and that really saves a ton of time when you're moving things around. So B is your Ripple Edit tool. The fourth timeline shortcut that I think is really helpful in Premiere Pro is Option Shift K, and what that does is it cuts everything in your timeline. Now be careful, if you have parts of your timeline that are locked, it's not going to cut that. So you have to make sure, if you want to save some of the files, to lock them down, and if you don't want to mess things around and not move everything, to make sure nothing is locked under your timeline. Press Option Command K and broop, you cut everything down the line. And that is followed really well with the fifth shortcut that I recommend. It's the Option Delete. The way you use that is you select all the clips that you want to delete, and instead of just pressing delete, going to the space and deleting that space to shift your timeline, you just press Option Delete and bloop, it moves everything where it needs to be, and that's a ton of time savior, particularly if you're working on a big project and you cut and paste and move things around. Knowing this is gonna save you hours of time. Once you become really familiar with them and you don't really have to think anymore, you just do it naturally. Believe me, it will save you a ton of time, and it makes your editing process just that much easier. And now the final and most awesome keyboard shortcut I will share with you in this particular video is the R on your keyboard. When you press R, it brings on the Rate Stretch tool. And if you don't know what that is, it is absolutely awesome. It is something that changes your speed of your video without having to press a bunch of things. It's just natural. You just drag it in your timeline and it changes the speed of your clip without having to add a number. It's very easy to use. I would recommend you are careful when you use this by not using it on your audio file. If you have a clip that is attached to an audio file, detach them so that you don't end up with a really weird sounding file. So you just have to move things around. Just make sure your audio stays still at 100%, and you just move that clip. And it's really easy when you work with music or when you need a filler and you just need it to be exactly the content you want. and you want to shift it in there. It's also really helpful when you're like doing a tutorial and you're showing something on your computer, but it takes a long time, the downloads, the space between, you know, different movements on your computer. You just press R, you shift everything in your timeline. Something that would take a second takes a tenth of a second, and everyone is going to thank you for it because they don't have to sit there and watch every little detail, every little second that you film. You kind of need to like pack it up together so it doesn't take so much time, and this is the tool to do it, my friends. So I hope you learned a few really good keyboard shortcuts in this video. Please make sure you crush the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. I create content for media creators, so it could be Photoshop, Premiere, Illustrator, anything about drones, drone certificate, anything that will help you create content for social media, print, flyers, anything you're working on. This is what I do, and so I'm trying to share what I've learned along the way. Have a beautiful rest of the day. I will see you around. Bye.